Hello, I'm Nigel Loring with Alberta Alpine. We have a new inflatable this year for your events at the Provincial Race Series here in Alberta. It's an arch this year, which is slightly smaller and easier to use than the bigger one we have, which will still be used at certain events. I wanted to do a brief video here to show you how to put this together and also how to take it down and properly pack it for the next race series. Inside this blue bag, as you open it up, typically you'll find one of a couple different cloth banners, which is the middle part of the display for the podium backdrop. We'll set this aside. Also inside you'll find an electronic pump. This is also used for inflating and deflating. And you'll find the wrapped up inflatable arch. Make sure that you have all the pieces that are listed with the kit or on this video before you start. Also inside you'll find this small white bag. The new inflatable can be used indoors or outdoors. If it's being used outdoors in the snow, you'll need to anchor it down, either through pegs that will go into the snow and ropes that attach to the inflatable, or if you are tying it off to a solid object, make sure it's securely tied. There's also directions inside here how to set up and utilize the pump. We're going to laminate this so that it can go from event to event. With this, you have all the pieces you need to set up and take down the inflatable. Please make sure that all pieces are returned at the end so that it's ready for the next user. You'll see that there's a nylon strap here to use to hold the inflatable together so that you can easily put it in and out of the blue carrying case. Release the strap and unfold the inflatable. As I mentioned, it's an arch, so it's best to lay it out before you plug it in and start trying to inflate it. To inflate the arch, plug in the electric pump provided. You may need an extension cord to get to a nearest power source. The good news is, with this system, once it's inflated, it locks off and you don't have to keep it powered up throughout the entire event. This system works on both sides of the arch. There's a Velcro panel here that opens up, and there's two valves here. These valves, when open, allow air to go out, but in order to close them, use this attachment here, and it fits into the little nozzle here. Find it, turn it clockwise, and hear the click, and then it's locked in. From this point on, you can turn on the inflatable or the power pump, and it will start to inflate from the bottom up. So I'm going to turn off the inflator or the pump here just for a second. If you're using the arch as standalone, keep blowing it up, and you can stand it up very easy with one or maybe even two people. But if you're going to put on a banner for either a backdrop for the podium or for any other purpose, it's probably best to put it on before you stand up the arch because it's 10 feet tall. So this is how we do this. We have a couple of these for different sponsors. This happens to be the Alpine Insurance backdrop. As you can see, it fits perfectly in between the two arches. You'll find also attached these dingle balls, they're called. They're elastics with a plastic end, and you use those quite easily. Thread them in through one of the grommets here and attach over the metal clip eyelets there, eye-rings that are on either side. It may not be necessary to put them all on, as long as you have enough that you can attach it securely so if the wind does come up, it doesn't flap. And again, very simple. Push through and clip there. And those will stay, no problem. The inflatable is designed for a number of different uses. Don't be worried if the grommets and the rings on the side of the inflatable don't match up perfectly. Currently, we're not going to use for this system any of the top ones. Do the top corner one and maybe two down, and that's fine. Don't feel compelled to line up every one. The idea here is that the wind can pass through this without the whole thing falling down. It will fit tight and look good indoors or outdoors. Once you have the podium backdrop fixed, or mostly fixed, you can complete the pumping of the arch and prepare to lift it upright. When you're almost finished inflating, you can stand the arch upright. When the arch is fully inflated, turn off the pump, remove the hose, and make sure that the valve here, the spring valve, is pressed to the closed position. Press once to open, two to close, and then this item here locks it. After you've sealed it, that should be it for the entire time you've used it. If you want to pump a bit more air into it, again, just reattach. Reattach the hose. Turn clockwise. Pump more up, remove, seal, and you're done. Again, make sure that you use the outside top and bottom. If you're out in outdoors, you want to make sure this is secure to something, whether it be the stake in the snow or the side of a building or something solid, so that the unit doesn't blow over. It's fairly lightweight, and if you haven't fully attached your podium backdrop, you can do so here at the end. Deflating is just the opposite. As I mentioned earlier, there are two sides to this, and either can be used for pumping or deflating. There are zippers on the bladder. Do not open them. That's not part of the inflation or deflation system. To deflate, open, remove one or both, and just press. how our new inflatable, thanks to Calgary Parks Foundation, is set up and taken down. Fold it up as you found it, neatly, not in a ball please, and make sure that all the parts are in place for the next. Once you've removed most of the air out of the inflatable, you start folding it up along the lines, and in doing so you'll have to press the remainder of the air again out of both valves on either side. And just remember, leave those open, but when you're setting it up again, remember you have to close the valves. There's no hard and fast way to roll up the inflatable or put it back together, other than perhaps just try to follow the seams here, roll up the feet, or fold up the feet along each leg, and then across the top here, such like that. Once you've folded up as neatly as you can and gotten all the air out of it, you'll have to lie on it probably. Use a strap here just to tie it down so it's easier to get in the bag. Strapped up as best you can see the size of the bag here. Open up the bag, roll it in. And you should have plenty of room. Fit everything in. Don't forget, put back in the white bag with the ropes and the stakes, the pump and the cable that goes with it, and if you have a banner, put that in there too, or follow the instructions from the Alberta Alpine office. Thank you so much.